I'm going to attempt to go 50-0 with the Montana Grizzlies in college football 25, which would break Oklahoma's record for the longest winning streak in college football history, and along the way, we'd win 3 national championships in a row. I'll be building our team by spinning this wheel of all 134 teams in college football 25, and I'll be picking a player or position group from each team we land on until we filled out our entire roster. We will also have the chance to steal a player on each side of the ball from every team we beat on our schedule, which will hopefully get us enough star players to become the first team in the new college football playoff format to become 17-0 and win the national championship. We're also going to be adding our team to the SEC just to make it even harder. We'll be taking control of the Montana Grizz because I'm from Montana, a 67 overall team with 66 offense and 69 defense, by far the worst team in the SEC. Our best player is a 79 overall middle linebacker, and our first team we're going to steal a player from is going to be Jackson State. Do they even have good players? And their best player is a 93 overall left guard Clay Webb, so that's who we're gonna take. And now he's a Montana Grizzly. Next spin here, let's see. Hopefully we get like some really good talent from somewhere. We get Memphis. I'm not even sure who the best player is. And Memphis's best player is 89 overall Xavier Hill, who's a right guard. We're really building up our O-line, aren't we? And he'll now be blocking on the Grizz for our future QB. Now, getting good players is gonna be important because if I don't go undefeated with this team, I'm gonna have to give away $50 in gift cards to some of my lucky subscribers in the comment section down below of this video. Next wheel spin, let's see who we're going to add. UCF, they have some good players. And UCF's best player is RJ Harvey, a 91 overall running back, and he's officially a Montana Grizzly. Next wheel spin, I would like to get a QB soon so we can build the whole team around him, but we'll see what we land on. UTSA, whose best player is 85 overall DeCorian Clark, so that's who we're grabbing. And he's officially a Montana Grizzly as well. Next wheel spin, we get to steal a player from Washington right next to Montana. And their best player is their 88 overall safety, so we're going to take him, which now gives us 5 players that we've added, but we've got to add a ton more. So let's speed run these next ones. Our next number of wheel spins gave us some great players like Drew Watts from Nevada, Jalen Milroe from Alabama, Omarion Hampton from North Carolina, an 86 overall free safety from Kansas State, the Kansas cornerback group of Kobe Bryant and Mello Dotson, a 6'2", 88 overall wide receiver from Stanford, an 89 overall O-lineman named Joshua Gray from Oregon State, an 82 and 84 overall tackle and center from Marshall, an 80 overall left end from Ohio, and a 91 overall pass rusher from the Florida State Seminoles. Our team is a lot better. We've got a ton of really good players, but we're going to spin the wheel just a couple of more times, this time using just teams in our division, the SEC. First spin, let's see what we can land on. Tennessee's got some dogs on it. Let's see what we get from there. Tennessee's got a lot of awesome players. They got James Pierce, they got Squirrel White, who honestly might be who we go with because we need some more wide receivers. James Pierce would be tough to pass up on though. But ultimately, I think we could use someone like Squirrel White on the team, so that's who we're going with. Squirrel White, welcome to the Montana Grizzlies. Next spin, I would love to see someone from like LSU possibly, maybe Auburn or Alabama. It's gonna be Auburn. All right, let's see what we can get. The best player we can take from Auburn that we need is Rivaldo Fairweather, a tight end, 89 overall. That's gonna help us a ton. We don't have one yet. Next spin, we got 2 more after this one, so I'd like to see some really nice teams. Oklahoma, okay. Oklahoma's best player is gonna be Danny Stutzman, and we need a middle linebacker badly, so that's who we're gonna take. Next spin, let's see what we land on. Ooh, Texas. We can get a dog from Texas. And we'll do our next spin as well. Texas and LSU, my favorite college. Let's go. From Texas, we're gonna take Isaiah Bond. He has 98 speed. We could really use that with Jalen Milroe. And from LSU, we gotta take 94 overall Harold Perkins. Easily the best player on the team. It's not even close. And we just added a ton of stars to the team. The Grizz are a 75 overall with 74 offense and 76 defense. Kind of shocking considering all the star power we just added. But again, every single team we beat in our schedule now, we get to take a player from offense and a player from defense from. Our first team is against Miami University Redhawks. All right, we're only going to show them some important games. Montana's already up 7. They're driving once again 10-3 on Miami University. If they can keep this up, they're going to win a lot of games this season. Granted, this isn't a great opponent, but they're doing really well. 24-13. This game might be over. They're starting to blow them out and pull away from Miami. Easy dub for the Grizzlies, 48-30. Absolutely fantastic. Their best player is 93 overall right outside linebacker Matt Solopek, so that's who we're going to take. They don't have any good offensive players, so we're just going to take one defensive player. And Alec actually won SEC Offensive Player of the Week. That's fantastic. And our next game would be against the Buffalo Bulls. I'm not exactly sure who the Buffalo Bulls best player is. All I can think of is Khalil Mack, but obviously that was was like 11 years ago. So if we beat them, we'll have to see. All right, we need a hot start from Montana here. There's just back and forth. Finally on the board with 7 points. They're not allowing much, but they're not getting much either. I want to see a win from our boys. 14-3, that's a lot better. Jalen Milroe should be able to beat up on these opponents we're going to be having. 21-9, we're doing great. It's officially a blowout. We beat the Buffalo Bulls. Great job, boys. Great job. And Buffalo's best player is George Wolo, 78 overall defensive tackle. We need one, so I guess we'll take it. And with our next game against Bowling Green, we'd have a chance to add another couple players to the squad. All right, let's see how Montana does against Bowling Green. And no scoring yet. They're up 3-0. They get the ball back again, 6-0, 13-0. The offense looks to be doing pretty today, but the defense looks to be stopping Bowling Green a lot. The offense keeps putting it on though in the second half. They're doing fantastic towards the end of games, so I can't be upset. We're going to beat Bowling Green as well. 30-18, not too bad. 3-0 start to the season. And Bowling Green actually had a couple good players. One of them being Jordan Alodicon at corner and Harold Fannin Jr. at tight end. We can actually add a couple players now. And our team is almost up to an 80 overall. We're getting there. But we still have a lot of games we need to win because we got to go 17-0 or I fail our challenge. And our next game would be a much better opponent in the South Carolina Gamecocks, our biggest test of the season. All right, this is going to be a tough game for Montana. We're up 7 though. We're actually up 14 on, oh my gosh, our toughest opponent of the season, and we're blowing them out. Holy crap, Montana might be legit. We might actually have a chance of winning the national championship this year. This is actually crazy. Come on, Montana, close out the game. They're easily gonna win this, not even close. Montana with a dominant 38-6 win. The Grizz might be legit, boys. And there's some really, really good players on South Carolina. But the main one I'm going for is Nick Harbor. He's a 6'5", 99 speed demon at wide receiver. And then we'll take their middle linebacker, Debo Williams, to be our backup. Patrick Payton actually won SEC Defensive Player of the Week as well. And now we're going to be playing Florida, an even better team than we just played. All right, let's see how this game against the Gators goes. Looks like it's pretty back and forth so far. We're going 3 and out. We're down 10 right now. Oh my goodness. We got to step it up. Okay, 7-10. Not bad. Quit punting the ball, boys. You got to do something with your chances here. 10-10. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a good game. This is going to be a really good ending. This is going to be a really good ending. We're up 13. Oh my goodness. Come on, score. 20-17. We got to see the end here. All right, Montana has the ball. They're going to be kicking a field goal. And then Florida has a chance to win with a touchdown. This is going to be a very interesting ending, boys. Montana defense has done well so far. They've held them to only 17 points. So if they can get one more stop here, they win the game and they beat their best opponent of the season. They got fake Tim Tebow back there. Tebow back there missing a pass. Second long. They got to lock in. They got to lock in if they want to win this game. Just one defensive stop. Any D lineman getting in will help. They get a pass breakup, 3rd and long. Oh, this is going to be intense ending. This is going to be a really intense ending. Oh my goodness. 3rd and long. 2 stops here and Montana wins the game. 2 stops here. Get a sack. They're getting pressure in. He's going deep. Pickett. He drops it. What? If they win off of this, I'm going to be sick. 4th and 10. Standing in the pocket. No pass rush getting in. Another drop pick, but it doesn't matter. Montana wins the game. Jalen Milroe is going to kneel it out, and they beat the Gators 23-17. What an incredible ending. Montana's 5-0, second in the SEC, and we're 78 overall now. We're getting better. And before we face number 10 Alabama, we got to steal a player from the Gators. The Gators' best player, they have a lot of guys that are pretty much on the same level as some of the guys we've stolen so far. So I guess we're going to take Jason Marshall on defense, another cornerback to add to the secondary. And now it's time to face our toughest opponent of the season and maybe for the rest of the season. All right, let's see how this game goes. Montana needs to get out to a hot start here. They're down 3. Nothing too crazy. Finally up. Still up after an Alabama score. They get stopped on the 1-yard line here. Halftime, we're up 10-6, 13-6, 20-6, pulling away. Can Montana put away Alabama here? 34-6. Oh my goodness. 34-13, 41-13. Montana's gonna beat Alabama. Oh my goodness. Harold Perkins, everybody. They played so good. I'm so proud of them, and now we get to steal some Alabama players. Jalen Milroe beats his former team and his clone on Alabama. Huge game. We might be ranked now is the crazy thing. Jalen Milroe, SEC Offensive Player of the Week. Let's go. We have no players even close to the Heisman watch, though, which is fine. And we're going to steal Malachi Moore and Jalen Milroe again. Combine him to make a 182 overall player. And we're straight up going to take their kicker, Graham Nicholson, too. Why not? And we're now first in the SEC. The best team is 78 overall is insane. And with a big game against Vanderbilt, we got to keep our undefeated streak alive. Vanderbilt shouldn't be too much for Montana, considering we just beat Alabama so badly, and we're already up 14-0 in the first quarter. I think this is probably going to end up a blowout. We have way too much star power on both sides of the ball. I think this is going to be super easy win for us. Massive blowout. We won 40-7. Incredible victory, incredible season. And Vanderbilt doesn't have any players that we can really take. We have better players at just about every single position, so we're just gonna go to next week. And with us now being ranked number 18 in the nation, we have to beat Auburn to keep rising up the ranks. Should be able to handle them pretty well. We're already up 7-0, gonna be up 10-0 right now. It's looking like it could be a blowout, boys. 24-0. Montana is quickly becoming a powerhouse in the nation. All these playoff teams are going to have to watch out for them because we're going to keep rising up and eventually hopefully become #1 team in the country. 34-24, we beat Auburn. At this point, our team is getting too good, so we're only going to take players from some of the best teams that we play. Like in this matchup between us, ranked number 13, against the number 5 Texas Longhorns. We can get some good players from them. All right, let's see how it goes. Up 7-0, Texas is. We tie it. We take the lead by 7, up 21-7 already. Montana came to ball today, 28-14, 35-14. This might be a blowout. If Montana can put some drives together, this could be a blowout, but it looks like the Longhorns might start coming back in this game. 42-28. Can they do it? 49-28. They're going to beat the Texas Longhorns, and we get some great players from them. 49-28 blowout. Let's go, boys. That should be enough to get them in the college football playoffs rankings right now. Montana is now number 5 in the nation, and we're going to face Mississippi State, but before that, we got to take a player from the Longhorns. Again, Texas Longhorns' best player is going to be Kelvin Banks Jr., left tackle. And that's exactly who we're going to take. Kelvin, welcome to the Grizz. Mississippi State here. Let's see if we can keep our momentum rolling. We're up 7-0, 14-0. Mississippi State can't do much against our Grizz defense at all right now, and we might actually blow them out as well. Ton of blowout games so far, but the opponents are only going to get harder once we reach the playoffs. 30-9 victory. Let's get into the next game. Montana up 13-0 already on Arkansas. There's going to be another huge victory for them. This isn't a ranked opponent by any means. They're 5-5, but got to keep getting those wins up so they can be #1 in the country, and this is going to be an easy win once again. 61-7 victory for Montana, and they're the #2 team in the country. Can they have the miracle national championship victory that we all want? And in a game against an unranked opponent in Ohio, we had another amazing game, blowing them out horribly and moving on to the final game of the regular season. Ooh, now we have the SEC championship against the Ole Miss Rebels. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we made it this far. There should be some players we can steal from them if we beat them. Huge game for Montana here, the SEC championship. They're going to go up 7-3 early, 14-3. If they can keep this lead, they're going to be SEC champions. But then we have the college football playoffs, and we have to win the Natty. It's a huge blowout right now. I mean, it's an unbelievable blowout for Montana right now, dude. 45-16, the Grizz are SEC champions for the first time ever. Let's go. What a great season so far. Jalen Milroe, player of the game with 188 yards and 2 touchdowns. Looks good. SEC champions, baby. Patrick Payton gets SEC Defensive Player of the Week. Love to see it. And Jalen Milroe gets Offensive Player of the Week. We also get Coach of the Year. Let's go. And Will Howard won the Heisman. Good for Will Howard. Patrick Payton won Defensive Player of the Year. Dude, let's go. We got some really good awards here. Okay, he won every freaking award on earth. Holy crap, dude. Save some for the rest of the team. And we're in the All-State Sugar Bowl against the Rebels once again. We finished the season 13-0, so we actually get a playoff bye, which means we can go 16-0. The reason the title said 17-0 was because there was a chance that another team went 13-0 and we didn't get our bye week, so I was hoping we could be the first team to ever go 17-0, but regardless, we can still try for 16-0. I do want to see if we got any All-Americans though. Rivaldo Fairweather got an All-American award, so did Kelvin Banks. Let's go. Jordan Aluakon did as well, and so did Graham Nicholson. Second team was Daniel Stutzman and Kobe Bryant, and then some freshman All-Americans were George Willow, Harold Perkins, Debo Williams, Mello Dotson, and Malachi Moore. Let's go, dude. As for SEC SEC first team. A ton of Grizz earned that honor on first team and on second team as well. But now it's playoff time, and our first game is against the number 9 ranked Ole Miss Rebels. Can we win a national championship in one season with this squad? Like I've done throughout this entire video, we're only gonna get into it if the game is really close at some point. It's 7-3 right now, so there's a chance it could be 14-3 Montana. Keep the ball rolling, boys. 21-3. We could end up blowing them out. We just beat them pretty badly last game, so I wouldn't be shocked if we do. 24-13. It's getting pretty close, actually. Oh my goodness, 24-19. We win the game. That was really close. Not close enough for us to like watch the plays, but we're on to the next round. And our next game is against number 10 Utah in the Cotton Bowl to go to the championship. Cotton Bowl here. Let's see how the Grizz do. We're up 3-0 already. We're down. We are up again. This is going to be a back and forth game. We may have a shootout on our hands. If so, we are definitely going to watch certain parts of this game. Second half here, we might jump in and just see if Montana can put it away. They're blowing them out. I'm not going to lie. It's getting pretty dicey out here for Utah. We're just going to watch the end and see what happens. Montana, Jalen Milroe with the ball, 2nd and 3. If they get a first down on this drive, it's literally all but over at that point. Ooh, bouncing it out, 3rd and 2. Now, Utah does have a chance. If they get the stop here, they score a touchdown, get an onside kick, they're in the game still. But they're down 10 with a minute left, no timeouts. This first down here, 100% puts the game away. If they get it, Montana's on their way to the national championship, boys. Jalen Milroe kneels it out, and they are in the Natty, Montana. This is incredible. They're 15-0 going into it. And guys, quick reminder, subscribe if you enjoyed this video so far. Hit the like button and comment down below. It helps the channel out a lot. Without further ado, though, let's watch the Natty. And we'll be playing number 1 ranked Ohio State. Number 1 versus number 2 for the national championship. 79 overall team versus 89 overall team. I don't really know how we're that low of a team considering all the stars we have, but either way, let's see how it goes, boys. This should be the game of the season. Kickoff of the national championship, Ohio State versus Montana, entirely out of my control. Let's see how this goes. Jalen Milroe walking out on the field. He's had a great season this year. Let's see if he can have one last great game. Montana coming out with a run first to Omarion Hampton. He's going to go up the middle for a couple of yards. Not bad. Another run on 3rd and short. He's going to cut it right, and he has a huge gain. Let's go. Montana's cooking on this drive so far. I want to see some passes to Nick Harbor, Squirrel White, Isaiah Bond, all those guys, though. They're going to keep it with the ground game. They're just going to keep it with the ground game. I'm fine with that. Whatever gets them the dub. 3rd and long here in the first quarter, end of it. Let's see if Jalen Milroe can put together a great play and get the first. Come on, Jalen. Come on, Jalen. He's going to roll right. He's got the first down. He slides. Beautiful. Game is 0-0 after the first quarter. Jalen Milroe with the ball in his hands at the middle of the field. Let's see what this man can do. They're going to keep running the ball here. Almost had it. If he broke that, he's gone. This backfield of R.J. Harvey, Omarion Hampton, and Jalen Milroe is nasty. They drop it off to Bond, and he might be gone. He breaks a few tackles, he breaks a few more, and he's inside the red zone. Oh my goodness. I was not expecting that at all. Incredible play. Montana in the red zone. Can they score here and be up on Ohio State in the Natty? They're running it again. Going up the middle. If he cuts it right, that might be a touchdown. It's going to be 2nd and mid, though. Another run. I don't know what's up with this Montana run game, but that's all they want to do. I'm going to have to fire the offensive coordinator. 2-minute warning. Jalen Milroe in the red zone. Can he get the touchdown? He throws it short. That's a first. 1st and goal. Clock is ticking. No scoring in the first half so far. Let's see what Milroe can do. In the pocket. He's throwing it. Touchdown, Montana. They take the lead on Ohio State, ranked number 1 in the country. End of the first half coming up here. Will Howard, the Heisman winner, has a long field he needs to drive down. Getting pressured in the pocket. He breaks a sack. That might have been bad for them. He's going to get a 23-yard 2nd down. They're going to have to run themselves out of this one. Any bad plays here, and they're going to get a safety on them. Huge stop by Harold Perkins. It's going to be a huge loss again. If Montana gets him in the end zone here, it's a safety, and they're going to be up 9-0. Big play, 3rd and 24. Oh my gosh, I thought they got the safety. He's going to get to the outside. They get the tackle. They're going to time out, and they're going to have time to score again. Going to field the punt at the 45-yard line. He's going to get across midfield. He's going to get way further than that. Montana has 34-yard line, 50 seconds to score again. Jalen Milroe in the pocket. Can he orchestrate a great drive here? Huge first down for them right there to the tight end, Harold Fannin. Clock ticking down, 37, 36, 35. Jalen Milroe rolling to the left side of the field. He's got a first down. He might have a touchdown. He's going to go out of bounds at the 1. Goal line formation right here. They might just hand it right up the middle to Omarion Hampton right here. Pitch to the right side. Pocket collapses. He gets in almost 1 yard line again. Strong formation. Run to the left side. Oh, he gets stuffed again. 3rd and goal. They're letting the clock go down. They're going to go with one more play before they try and kick a field goal. They have the block. They get the edge sealed, and that's another touchdown. Montana's up 14-0 in the Natty. Montana kicking off to start the second half, up 14-0 on Ohio State. Ohio State's going to have to put something together to get back in this game because their offense has looked awful. Second long here. Got to get something together here for Ohio State, but I don't want them to. I want Montana to win this. They get tackled instantly. 3rd and long. Will Howard in the pocket. He's getting pressured instantly. Screen pass. Tackled. He breaks it. He breaks another. 4th and inches. Are they going to go for this? They decide to punt it? Oh my gosh.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
Wildly conservative play call by Ohio State. Considering this is the national championship, I am stunned. Montana has a 3rd and long here after that punt. Can Jalen Milroe get something going? He gets pressured. He fumbles the ball. Montana recovers, but they're going to have to punt it. Fumble on the punt return. Oh my gosh. That might be game right there. Oh my God. He got lit up on the punt return. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Back-to-back fumbles in the game. Jalen Milroe on 3rd and long. Montana recovers that one. Then the punt returner of Ohio State on the punt fumbles the ball, and Montana returns it and takes it back for 6 to go up 21-0. This might be the Cinderella story Montana needed. End of the game here. 4 minutes left. Will Howard's going to get pressured. Fumble again. He recovers his own fumble. He's going to have to go for this. 4th and 15. Game on the line. This is 100% the game right here. Will Howard in the pocket. Pocket collapsing. Another sack. Montana has the ball back on the 11-yard line. Gun formation here for Jalen Milroe. They're definitely going to hand the ball off a few times. Swing pass to the left. Looks like an RPO, and they're going into the end zone. Montana wins the national championship, boys. From a 69 overall team to winning the Natty, Montana Grizz have officially taken over the college football world by stealing every player along the way to become national champions. We accomplished our goal just like that. Perfect 16-0 season, boys. But now we have to do that 2 more times in a row, and we're going to start spinning the wheel once again. So we'll start with our first wheel spin to build our team. And we landed on Oklahoma State, whose best player is 95 overall, Ollie Gordon, and that's exactly what we're going to be taking. And Ollie Gordon is officially a Montana Grizzly. So we went ahead and went with our next spin, and this is what we landed on. Ooh, Arkansas. Let's see what we get from there. Arkansas's best player is 94 overall, Landon Jackson, so that's certainly who we're going to take. Landon, you're joining the Grizz. Florida. There's some very good players in Florida. That could be crazy. Part of me wants to take DJ Legway just because he's really young, so he could develop for our next season of this, but I don't think he's going to move right now. I want to get a different QB later on. So I think we're going to go with Jason Marshall Jr., a 90 overall cornerback. And now we have our lockdown corner in Montana, which gives us 3 superstar players. We're going to need more because, again, we're going to have to go 32-0 or 34-0 in 2 seasons, which would be more wins in a row than even Trevor Lawrence got with Clemson back in 2018 and 2019. Screw it. You guys have been showing so much support on these videos. If we get 4,000 likes on this video, I'm going to give away a jersey of one of the players we add on this team to one of you guys. So subscribe, don't miss any videos, and join the Milk Squad, boys. We drink a lot of milk in this house, like half a gallon a day probably. But 3 players isn't going to cut it. We're going to spin a few more times. Our next few spins would land us on LSU, Alabama, oh my gosh, that is an insane back-to-back, and UMass, giving us 95 overall Will Campbell from LSU, the freshman sensation Ryan Williams from Alabama, and an 86 wide receiver from UMass. And then we'd spin the wheel our final 3 times before we get into our special wheel spin, and we would land on Florida again. Okay, I guess I'll take that. UCF, we can get a great player from there. And Troy, interesting. I have no clue who we can get from there. So we took Jake Slaughter, an 89 overall center from Florida, and we'll add RJ Harvey. And from Troy, we took Devonta Ross, an 88 overall wide receiver. And for our final 2 wheel spins, we're going to spin the wheel of the Big Ten, and we're going to spin the wheel of the SEC. So we can add 2 more big superstars to this team to try and go 32-0, which is going to be nearly impossible. Starting with our Big Ten wheel, and we landed on this. Ohio State. That is huge. And now we're going to spin the SEC wheel. And this one gave us something amazing as well. South Carolina. Okay, we'll see who's great on there. I have one idea, but we might not take it. We'll see. There's a lot of great players on Ohio State like Caleb Downs, Jack Sawyer, Quinshon Judkins, Emeka Abuka. But we're looking for future stuff because we have next season as well, so we're taking Jeremiah Smith, possibly the best player in college football for the next couple of years. And Nick Amanwari, a 93 overall free safety, so that's what we gotta do. The Montana Grizz are now a 78 overall with a 77 offense and an 80 overall defense. We have a ton of superstars on the team, but no offense to Brock Bowers' cousin, Joe Bowers, I don't think this guy is gonna win us a natty anytime soon. So we're gonna spin the wheel one more time to steal a QB from any team in college football, and I hope we land on a great one. Ooh, Tennessee. Okay, we can get someone very good from there. Nico Iamaleava is going to be our brand new QB. 88 overall. He's going to be a dog for us. And now Nico Iamaleava is officially our quarterback for the Grizz. But this team of all-stars is now going to have to go 16-0 on this season, if not 17-0, and win the national championship. And then we're going to have to do it again next season. We're about to try and accomplish one of the hardest challenges in college football history. Now, along the way of us going 32-0, we're going to have to complete all of these challenges along the way. And if we complete all of them in our very first season, we're going to get a massive boost to our team to help them for the second season of hopefully going 32-0. But I'll reveal the boost when the time comes if we complete all of them in our first season. It's going to be huge, though. And our schedule has a lot of great teams on it that we can steal some awesome players from, starting with Colorado and Boise State, who we can take the two Heisman frontrunners from if we beat them. Game one against Colorado is going to be a tough one. We do have a lot of great players, though, and we start up 7-3 against Colorado. We're down 3 right after half. Up 4. We could upset them. We're up 21-10, 28-10. We beat Colorado, and we get to take a player from offense and defense. That is huge for us. I know I'm like super excited right now, but I was scared we were gonna fail this video on the very first game, so that was huge. Great game by Nico. And I think you guys all know who I'm stealing from Colorado, right? I mean, come on, bro. It's obvious. We are taking Shiloh Sanders. I'm kidding, obviously. We're taking Travis Hunter on offense and on defense. 99 overall, the best player in college football 25. And now we have 99 overall Travis at cornerback and at wide receiver. And this has got to be one of the greatest wide receiving cores in the history of college football. Travis Hunter, Jeremiah Smith, and Ryan Williams. Are you kidding me? And Travis Hunter is going to be perfect for us with our huge game coming up against Boise State and his Heisman rival, Ashton Jeanty. Boise State game here. Got to have a great game with Travis Hunter. We're going to be up 7 right now. 14-0, 21-0, 21-7. Oh my goodness, we're blowing them out. They make it close in the end, but we destroy Boise State 38-21. Looks like we picked off their QB twice. We held Ashton Jeanty to 98 yards on 6 carries. And our receiving core had a really good day, which means obviously Nico Iamaleava also had a great day. Travis Hunter and Jason Marshall got the picks though, so that's awesome. Boise State's best player though is 98 overall Ashton Jeanty, and obviously that's who we're going to take. We're also going to take their tight end though, Matt Lauder. And now 98 overall Ashton Jeanty is on our offense, and Matt Lauder is joining him on the grid. And now we're up to an 80 overall. That is not too bad, but that is where things are going to change. We can now only take one player from each team that we beat. Whether that's offense or defense, we'll find out who we play. And then we're going to need this offense to step up against East Carolina because they have a future first-round pick in Savone Rebel at cornerback, who we're probably going to take if we end up beating them. Game against ECU, they don't have a stacked team, so we do have a chance against them, but they're going to take the lead early. We go up 21-7 right now, 21-10. This might be a shootout, to be honest with you. We're up 28-10. It's getting close here at the end of the game, but we're gonna pull away by 7 points, barely winning. And we're taking Savone Rebel Jr. at the cornerback position from them. A 6'3" cornerback is going to be crazy alongside Travis Hunter. Welcome to Montana, Savone. You're not entering the draft. You're playing with us to build a dynasty that goes 32-0. Next game against Washington here. They are 1-3, so I think we have a solid chance against them, especially with all the good players we have. But we are in a bit of a shootout once again with a solid opponent. We're going to pull away, though, in the end, and we're going to win this game very easily. Washington goes down to Montana. From Washington, though, we're going to take their 90 overall middle linebacker, Carson Bruner. And we're going to need him for our Big Ten rivalry game against Nebraska. Now, Nebraska is 4-1 right now. They've almost a better record than us, but if we beat them, that's going to be huge. If we win our next 2 games, everything is going to change, and things are going to get a bit harder for us, and it's looking like we're going to beat them 30-14 over Nebraska, which puts us at 5-0 and also in the top 25 in the nation. And we're going to take their 86 overall defensive tackle, which puts us up to an 82 overall with an 81 offense and 84 defense. And again, if we win this next game, things are going to get much harder for us. And with this game being against the Wisconsin Badgers, it's going to be tough. Got to win this one, and then everything is going to get much tougher. We're up 14-7 right now, but they keep coming back downfield and throwing interceptions. So eventually, if they're going to get in, we take a 21-7 lead, and we're going to hold on to it, beating Wisconsin. And we're going to take their 90 overall strong safety, Hunter Waller. But being 6-0 at the midpoint of the season means we can no longer steal players for the remainder of this season. The upside is, though, to begin next season, we get to steal 2 players that we beat in the playoffs, if that is, we win the national championship. So there's big stakes on the line right here, ribeyes even. We need to win out the rest of the season to make the playoffs. Big game against USC here. They're going to take a 7-0 lead off the rip. We tie it up, though. They come back with 3 points. We are going to have to win here. Up 4, up 1, down 5. Oh my goodness, this is getting intense. We're up 3. We're up 3 points. We have to watch the end. USC in field goal range right now. They only have 1 timeout, though, so things could get very interesting here. If the pass rush can get in, they're going to do a run play and get sacked. 3rd and 10 here. 2 incompletions, and this game is over. USC QB in the pocket. He might get sacked. He does. No, he breaks a couple tackles. They're going to have to time out. This is going to be a long one, like 52 yards or so. It's up. Wide left. Montana beats USC. Oh my gosh, that was intense. Lava Boy kneels the ball and we win. That was insane. But we can't steal a player from USC, so, you know, we'll simulate to the playoffs. We then finish out the regular season with wins against Maryland, Illinois, and Michigan State. And then we'd head into the Big Ten championship against Penn State. It's going to be an interesting game. I have no clue how this is going to go. Obviously, I want us to go undefeated. We're up 14-7, 21-7. Could blow the doors off this one. I hope we beat them really badly because I don't want a close game at all. I want to not have any stress in the remainder of the season, and thankfully we win 28-21. And Jalen Milroe wins the Heisman, which means we don't get to add any legends for next season, which is what we were going to do if we beat every single challenge of the first season, but that's okay. We had 1 first-team All-American, Travis Hunter, and then we had like 6 on the freshman team, but we complete that challenge at least. We didn't even have a top 60 offense, but we had the #1 defense in the country, which means we complete that challenge as well. We just need to win a Heisman next season, and of course, we have to still go undefeated this season and next season. This is going to be a long video, boys. I hope you are enjoying. Because again, if I go 32-0 in this video and you guys get 4,000 likes and like it a lot, I'm going to do one where I go 50-0 to break the all-time record for most wins in a row by a franchise, which is going to take a long time. So I hope you enjoy this. And subscribe, you know, don't miss any videos. We're on the road to 30,000 subs. Join the channel and join the Milk Squad, boys. As for season stats, Nico had 32 touchdowns, 2,500 passing yards. Ashton Jeanty had 993 yards, really solid. Travis Hunter put up 704 yards, 625 for Ryan Williams. Jeremiah Smith had 612. Matt Lauder had 322. Landon Jackson had 6.5 sacks. Travis Hunter had 6 interceptions. And Savone Revel had 0 somehow. No clue how that happened. But we do have a first round bye in the college football playoffs. If we win that game, we're going to play the winner of Alabama and whoever they play, and then we have a chance to go to the Natty. First is Oregon in the Rose Bowl. We'll see how this game goes against Oregon. I'm definitely scared of them. We're going to start off 7-7, though. We somehow get a safety, I guess. I don't really know. Maybe I have no clue. A pick 2, something like that. I genuinely have no idea. We're in a very close matchup, though. Oh, my goodness. We're up 9 points, up 2 points. Let's see what happens. We're down 5. Let's see what we can do. I really want to see if they can play great here. We're going to get sacked. 2nd and 20. Oh, no, a penalty. 3rd and 20. 4th and 15. We get a first down, though. Another first down. They've got to win this game. 3rd and 7. 1st and goal. 19 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Final play of the game. Can the boys get a touchdown here with 5 seconds remaining in the Rose Bowl? They've got to throw it up. They got it! Oh my God! They're going to win. They're going to win. Oh my gosh. Electric. Just electric. And that tackle's going to end it. We win the Rose Bowl, boys. And now we're in the semifinals against Georgia. Let's see how good we play. It looks like there was a fumble on the kickoff or something. We're up 10-0 instantly. 17-0. This is a far cry from the Oregon game. We're only up 3 now. This is so crazy. This game is going absolutely nuts. We're up 3 points, up 10 points in the fourth quarter, 34-17. We're going to beat Georgia and head to the Natty. We won the Natty in our last episode of the series, and now we're going to be in our second one in this series, hopefully to be back-to-back champions. But we're going to have 3 wins by the end of this video. The Utah Utes against the Montana Grizz and the Natty. Who's going to win it all? We're just going to simulate the whole game. I just want to see if we can pull off the upset here. We are 15-0, but we're Montana, so we should lose this game. 14-0 in the first half has been a great start to this game. 21-0, 21-7. The Utes are coming back a little bit, but we're up 28-14 now. 35. We are pulling away, and Montana are your national champions, boys. But we went undefeated this season with all of those players we just got. But we still need to go undefeated for another entire season. But now we're going to make the Big Ten even more interesting by adding Alabama and Georgia into the mix. This is going to be the most competitive conference in football history, except for like the AFC North every single year in the NFL, if you guys watch the National Football League. Going to our second season, though, we are an 85 overall, as a lot of these guys have boosted in overall. Will Campbell, Landon Jackson, Savone Revel, all of these guys have gone up in overall a decent bit, but we're now going to steal 2 players from teams that were just in the playoffs. So we're going to take Derek Harmon from the Ducks, and we're going to steal Lander Barton from Utah. And now they're both on the Grizz, which brings us up to an 86 overall with an 85 offense and an 87 defense. We're still a 3.5-star program, even though we just won the frickin' Natty going 16-0, but maybe we can reach 5 stars if we go 16-0 twice in a row. The same thing stands for this season, though. We cannot steal players anymore from any teams. We have to reach the playoffs and go completely undefeated without stealing any more players. This is going to be our toughest challenge yet. And it all starts with our first few games against New Mexico State, Ohio, FCS Southeast, and UConn. New Mexico State should be a super easy win for us, I'd assume. I mean, they're a pretty rough organization. We're up 14-0 though. We're going to take a massive lead and not lose to New Mexico State in week 1. A huge win for us. And it's looking like against Ohio, we're having even less of a competition as we're going to blow them out as well. 45-7 is downright disrespectful, but they deserve it. They're from Ohio. I say as I'm from Montana. And our third game of the season against FCS Southeast is going to be even bigger of a blowout as we're already up 14-0 in the first quarter. And we shut them out 49-0. And our game against UConn is a little bit closer as we're only up 17 points and now 10. But we're going to close it out at the end of the game and finish with a 38-14 victory. Starting out with a 4-0 record is really huge, and we're number 4 in the country right now. And our next game is against SMU. We still don't have that tough as the schedule, but it's going to get worse as the season goes along. And once we hit the halfway point of this season, things are going to get very, very tough and scary for us with this wheel of positions right here. And I'll explain that in a second. We got to win these next 2 games first, which we win 34-17 and 49-0 over SMU and Oregon State. But to make things even scarier, we're going to spin this wheel right here of every position in the game, and whatever we land on, we have to get rid of. So we spun the wheel and landed on, okay, strong safety. That's not great because we only have 1 good one. And he's now getting benched and buried in our depth chart. Enjoy the bench, Hunter Waller. I'm going to miss you. We're going to have to spin that wheel one more time, though, once we reach the playoffs, and we could lose our QB, our running back, our wide receiver. Things could get scary. But we'd now be going into our toughest test of the season so far against Washington State with no strong safety. The thing I'm most interested in is how our defense does. They're doing pretty solid without us, but we're allowing points, and we're now losing, tied 10-10 at half, down 7, down 4. Our offense is going to have to get it together quick. We're up 3 points. Things could get interesting. Washington State has the ball, 3rd and 9. They're going to go up 3 points. We got to have our offense drive up field. 29 seconds left. They're going to score with no time left, and we're going to beat Washington State 29-27. Oh my gosh. That is insane. And our next game is against Penn State, who is a 91 overall. Huge game against Penn State here. We're going to be tied 7-7, down 3, up 4. Oh gosh, this is going to be a back and forth shootout for the ages. We're up 11 points before the half, though. And we're starting to pull away big time. Penn State cannot keep up with us in the second half, and we're going to blow them out easily. That was the biggest turnaround in the second half I think I've ever seen in my life. Nico with the National Offensive Player of the Week with 5 touchdowns, which begs the question, how is the Heisman ranking going? We don't have anybody on there. Miller Moss is number 1 right now. Xavier Thomas, Ty Simpson, Thomas Castellanos, and Cade Klubnik. But against Purdue, Nico would have a chance to go off. Want to see if Nico and the offense can go off in this game. I was surprised with all the high points we've been scoring that we don't have a Heisman leader right now, but considering we're down 3 to Purdue at half, that could be a good thing, honestly. But second half, we're pulling away once again, and we're going to blow them out. I don't understand it. Our second half offense is pristine. I wish we could do this all game. We'd average 100 points a game. And apparently that game put us at #1 in the Heisman Watch. I don't understand how the Heisman Watch voters in this game. Are they watching with their eyes closed? Maybe. But we're going to go through the rest of our games of the regular season and go straight into the playoffs and hope that we can complete this challenge. I want Nico to get a Heisman, bro. So we went through the remainder of our regular season scheduled with 3 straight wins, finishing our regular season 12-0, 4 wins away from becoming 32-0. But before the playoffs, we had our Big Ten championship against the Michigan Wolverines. All right, Big Ten championship. I'm very interested to see how this game plays out. Michigan's #2 in the nation, so if we beat them, we have a pretty good chance of, running the table, completing the season undefeated, and it looks like we might, but it is very close, and they just tied it up. They just took the lead. We tie it up. Michigan has the ball. 2nd and 7. They're going to convert. They got a 3rd and 6. They get a huge first down. They're in the red zone right now. They get held to 4th and 2. They kick their points, and we are down 3. In the Big Ten championship right now, we are down 3 points to Michigan with a minute left. Nico Iamaleava and the rest of the team are going to have a huge drive here. He's going to roll out to the left, almost pick up a first down, and call a timeout. What an electric ending to the regular season, boys. Nico in the pocket, 5 wide. He's looking for someone to get open. He almost throws a pick. This dude has the worst plays I've ever seen whenever we watch him. I swear to God. 3rd and 1 for the Grizzlies. Can Nico make something happen? He's bombing it deep. Someone better be wide open. Oh my gosh! 1st and goal. What a throw! Nico in the pocket, 1st and goal, throwing a screen pass. Ashton Jeanty goes out of bounds at the 3. 5 wide, rolling to the left. Dot on the run, touchdown. There is a flag though. I wonder if that was illegal touching. That was. Wow. We're going to have an even longer 3rd and goal, about 2 or 3 yards. Nico Iamaleava in the pocket. He's rolling left. He's going to get a touchdown with his legs. We take the lead with 30 seconds left. And we are going to win the Big Ten championship and head into the playoffs undefeated. And Nico Iamaleava wins the Heisman Trophy. We complete all of those challenges, and we have 3 games to go to try and go 32-0, boys. We are nearly at the end of our journey. And then I have to go 50-0 in the next video in this series. That's going to be tough. Give me some challenges I should have during that video as well, so maybe make it harder, easier, whatever you want. And our first game of the playoffs is the Rose Bowl against Alabama. If we win this, we're playing the winner of Jacksonville State and Charlotte, and then we're in the national championship. We win that. Okay, I feel like we're going to get to the Natty. I feel like at least we get to the Natty. Rose Bowl against Alabama. We're going to start off 7-14-21-0. Are we really going to blow them out this badly? We just had the closest game ever against the Wolverines, but we're going to blow out Alabama Crimson Tide extremely easily. That's the easiest win ever, 42-21. My God, man. And now we move to the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl against Jacksonville State. 2 wins away from greatness, boys. We've absolutely got to win this game after I just talked so much crap about the Gamecocks. But it looks like we're beating these Cocks badly. 21-0 right now. We're going to beat the crap out of these Cocks.
What do you mean by that?
And we win 38-13. We are in the national championship for the 2nd time in this video, giving us the chance to go 32-0. And if you include the last video, this would be us attempting to go pretty much 50-0 in 2 videos. So, yeah. And we're taking on the Kansas State Wildcats. The Grizzlies start with the ball in the national championship. Nico Iamaleava has a chance to go back-to-back after winning his first Heisman Trophy this season. Handing the ball up the middle. That's going to be Ashton Jeanty. He's going to pick up about 6 yards and go down. 3rd and inches for the Grizzlies. Shotgun formation. He's going to get a first down. That was a tight throw to Jeremiah Smith. Nico hands the ball off to Ashton Jeanty, who can't outrun the linebacker and gets stuffed in the backfield. Big 3rd and 6 here on the first drive of the game. Nico in the pocket. He's looking around. No one's getting open at all. He's going to roll to the left. Maybe try and pick up a first down. He gets it. Huge play here. Nico rolling out to the left. Going to pick up another first down with his legs. He's going to get even more than that. He gets to the 22. Nico rolling out again. This dude is turning into literally just prime Cam Newton, apparently. Except for Cam Newton would have just trucked 7 dudes and front flipped into the end zone on the back of a grizzly bear. First down here to the tight end to the right. Got a 1st and goal, 8-yard line. Nico's signaling around. He thinks he's him or something, dude. He did have a man wide open to the left for a second there. He's going to hit the splat and get a touchdown. We take the lead in the Natty. Kansas State with the ball. They're at their own 34-yard line. Going to have 66 yards to try and drive up the field. Run to the right, and they're going to pick up a few yards. 2nd and 7 right there. Huge play. Gonna hit the first down to the tight end, almost getting to the 50-yard line. QB in the pocket, throws it to the flat, not even close. Lose 4 yards there. Another throw to the running back, almost pick up a first down. Gonna be 3rd and short here. The drive could end right here if Montana locks up on defense. Come on, Grizzlies, you know you can do it. Pass rush is getting destroyed right now. Huge first down on the drag route to the wide receiver. I formation, handoff. Ooh, fake to the left. They're gonna get stuffed for 3. Kansas State is doing a lot to try and win this game. I respect it a ton, but hopefully we can absolutely pummel them into the dirt. Rolling around in the pocket, he's doing everything he can. Johnny Manziel out here, 4th and 23, gets sacked. That is going to end the drive. Montana has an early lead right now. They do not score on the next drive, but they do on the 3rd one. Can they win their 2nd national championship of the video to go 32-0? We are up 7 points, up 14. This is going to come down to the final second. Kansas State's driving. They're down 3 right now. We punt. We're going to kneel it out and win it. 32-0 is possible. Back-to-back national championships. Oh my goodness. Montana has done the unthinkable. Back-to-back national champions. They're going to sacrifice that guy. We have completed the challenge. But if you guys enjoyed this video, click this one right here. Subscribe. This took forever. If you guys love this video, you'll love this one right here. I promise. I'll see you there in a second.